Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and my hope is that you are doing well wherever you are. Now, Azimio leader, the opposition leader, Raila Amolo Odinga has just, given Ruto a bombshell. Raila has warned Ruto and is promising Ruto war, a tough political battle. Is promising him, is telling him to be prepared. Now, before you go on, take your time and of course receive my greetings. And if you have not subscribed, kindly take your time and subscribe, so that we can be having a big team here. Now, Raila has been complaining that Ruto is punishing his people that he perceived to be his enemies.
Kenya wamechoka, punda imechoka na mzigo. Hatutaki kukubali wengine wazidishe mzigo juu wa Kenya. Tumewaambia kwamba kuna njia mingi sana ya kuua paka, sio lazima uhuru ongezeke. Sisi kama tulipokuwa katika NAK, tulipochukua utawala mwaka wa 2013, tulipata uchumi ambao ilikuwa imeathirika kuliko wakati huu. Wakati huu tulikuwa tumetoa ahadi kwa Wakenya kwamba tutaanzisha elimu ya bure ya shule ya msingi kwa Wakenya wote. Na tukaitimiza hiyo ahadi, lakini hatukuongeza ushuru. Tulitumia mbinu ambayo sisi kama Azimio, kama tungeunda serikali, tungetumia. Hao jamaa walikuwa wanatoa ahadi, lakini walikuwa hajui vile watatekeleza hiyo ahadi. Sisi tulikuwa tumetoa ahadi, tukiingia tutasaidia wale maskini ambao hawana mapato shilingi 6,000 kila mwezi. Tulikuwa tunajua hiyo pesa.
Let's complain that Ruto is someone who is holding grudges, okay, and whose mission is to punish and finish people who opposed him, or people who disrespected him, or people who refused to work for him or to work with him. And actually saying that Ruto should come out and of course explain to Kenyans the disappearances of ICC witnesses, for example, Iebc, okay, who are killed. Of course, also disappearance of Iebc officials. He's saying that there are some Iebc officials who are killed, and he's saying that Ruto should come out and tell Kenyans what happened. Actually, he's telling Ruto that he should not focus on Indians only, because remember there were 2 Indians who were abducted and killed. That's before election, and Ruto has been following the case. And actually, this led to the disbandment of the SSU unit, the DCI unit that was being used to kill Kenyans, according to the government. So, of course, Kinoti now is someone who is under siege, and actually is yet to be taken to court to answer charges pertaining the killings of these people, the Indians, and of course some Kenyans. And Raila'S is saying that this is a move to revenge or to punish the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, also Raila has come out and said the IBC officials who did not work with Ruto are now being are not being followed. Actually, some of them have disappeared. Some of them are presumably being killed. And of course, Raila is telling Ruto to stop these grudges. And as a president, he needs to work for Kenyans. He doesn't need to fight people, because he's the president. He's gotten whatever he wanted. Then what does he want? He doesn't need to kill people. That's what Raila is saying. And again, apart from that, Raila has come out and lashed at Ruto, and actually has told Ruto that he should, stop imposing tax on Kenyans. Okay, he should not tell Kenyans to pay tax by force. He should not raise tax all because he wants to deliver on his ambiguous manifestos. He's telling Ruto that he should instead focus on revenue collection. Okay, he should focus on the airports. Okay, the big companies. Actually, he's telling Ruto that instead of raising the tax, he should focus on collecting more revenues. Actually saying again that Ruto has been collecting money from big corporations, and of course he's been taking the money to his bank account. And then now he wants to to impose tax on Kenyans, to raise tax. And of course right now people are suffering. The economy is dilapidated. Like, people hardly put food on the table. So when you tell them to pay tax by force, of course you'll be hurting the economy, because where will they get this money? So he's telling Ruto to stop punishing Kenyans. He should focus on delivering his manifestos that he promised Kenyans before election, because there's no point of he's saying that when they were campaigning, he never told Kenyans that he will raise tax or he will impose tax on them. He only told them that he will do this and that. He will build a stadium. He will lower the cost of living, but he never told anyone that he will raise tax. But right now, he's saying that Ruto has changed tune, and now is making Kenyans' life difficult by imposing tax on them. And of course, this will hurt Kenyans more, because right now people don't have money. There are no jobs. There's no anything. So that's the bombshell that Raila has given Ruto, and of course, he's telling him that if of course you don't do, or you don't serve Kenyans equally, then no tax will be paid. Okay, people not take tax. Actually, Raila Odinga, as you know him, he has power. Like, he has a huge following. Actually, he's the most popular politician in Kenya. So when he says this will happen, actually, remember when he said that people should boycott Safaricom? What happened? People boycotted Safaricom. So he's telling Ruto that if you don't stop this, this behavior, I will lead my people to, not to pay tax. Of course, this is a threat to the government, because when Raila has the powers to, to tell people not to do something, actually people will follow that thing. So he's promising Ruto a political war. It's actually telling him that you need to stop all this nonsense, okay, or else I will stop you. And of course, even Kalonzo Musyoka said the same things, okay. That's that Ruto's main mission in becoming the president was to punish people who did not sing his song, his tune. For example, Matiang'i are being punished. They don't know. Kinoti right now is in the verge of arrest. Actually, very soon you will see him in court. And of course, Mutiambai was removed from office. Okay, and John Waluke is now in prison, serving 67 years. So you can imagine, these are people who are not singing Ruto's tune. These are people who are against Ruto. So let's say that this is a political move, a political motive to punish these people. Actually, Ruto is trying to scare people who will in future, reject him or disrespect him or oppose him. Of course, by doing so, it will be, unleashing terror on Kenyans, on people who will, of course, plan to oppose him. And Raila is calling Kenyans out to come out, of course, and reject this barbaric behavior from the government. So, guys, that's what's happening. And of course, tell me what you think. Do you think Raila's threat will stop Ruto from doing whatever he wants to do? Or do you think Ruto will be threatened, okay, by the fact that Raila has warned him? Tell me what you think. And of course, before you leave wherever you are, take your time and subscribe.